Richician.
A battle royale? Hold on, wait a minute. First of all, Cray, what happened, my guy? How come you didn't top? Oh, I just completely scrubbed out in my last two rounds. Like, round 4, played against Carl, he just outplayed me at every turn. Pesky rituals. And then in round 5, I just bricked, and bricked hard while facing Shon-Jean, which is interesting considering his deck can also be really bricky, but in this case, I just outbricked him twice in a row. So frustrating. Why did that have to happen in the last round? Well, I guess I'll just have to do better next time. I'm sure I'll top and we'll meet in the finals. Damn, that really sucks. But yeah, don't worry, you'll get them all next time and we'll be sure to meet in the top 8 or above. Hopefully above. And second of all, Blaine, a battle royale? This changes everything. The plan was to work our way up to the top 2 and once again duel it out to see who the superior brother is. Relax, brother. I have a plan. And it falls right into my plans. To face off against who I really wanted to face off. But you're going to need to work with me on this. Let's team up and take out everyone else, so that way we'll be the last 2 standing. And then, with everyone eliminated, we can battle it out to have our epic final and see who the superior brother is. But whatever you do, don't eliminate Rick. Leave Rick to me. I have a score to settle. I must eliminate him and prove once and for all that humans are superior to AI and that I should be the hero of the virtual world. Well, okay, just as long as you don't gain an unhealthy obsession over defeating someone. Just remember, I am your destined rival, not some AI. It is our destiny to clash and be ultimate rivals. Relax, Zack. Even though you're my brother, and I love you, you are still my arch-destined rival. And I love battling it out with you to see who the superior brother is. Of course, it is possible to have more than one rival. This Rick is no mere AI, and could be a potential rival. His skills are impressive, I must admit, but he's still no match for me, and I want to prove it once and for all.
Oh yeah, a battle royale. This guarantees that I have a chance to get revenge on Skuul. I'll make him pay for what he did to me earlier, but I need to watch out for the true Dark Brothers. They could interfere and take me out too quickly. I need to try and take them out as well. But as long as I eliminate Skuul, it won't be a problem. I'll focus my attention on him, the true Dark Brothers, and then worry about the rest later. Oh yeah, a battle royale. Now's my chance to get revenge. First on Shon-Jean, then on Blaine. Well, maybe not in that order, but I'm gonna take the both of them out and make them both pay for what they did to me. As long as I can get in all the burn damage very quickly and drop Blaine's life points below 1,000, he can't use his judgment dragon's effects. As long as I'm able to do that, he won't be a problem.
Look at these guys. Plotting, scheming, working out tactics. Doesn't matter what they do, because by the time I'm finished with them, they won't know what hit them.
Attention, top 8 duelists. The Battle Royale is about to begin. Here are the rules. Since this is under Richician format, everyone gets to draw on their first turn. However, the 8th person to go is the first one who gets to conduct their battle phase first. It's as simple as that. And now for the turn order, which has been decided completely at random. The turn order will go as follows. First, it will be Skuul, then Shon-Jean, then Skuul, then Carl, then Zack, then Rick, then Blaine, and finally Trip Hazard. Good luck to all of you.
What? Are you serious? Random my arse? I need to be able to go second in order to pop off, or in this case, last. There's not a lot I can do going first. I swear this is rigged. But so be it.
Let's duel!
Alright, since I'm made to go first, here I come. I draw. Now I'll activate Call of the Mummy. As long as I control no monsters, I can once per turn special summon a zombie from my hand. I choose Spirit Reaper. Then I'll normal summon White Princess. And when she's normal or special summoned, I can send White Prince from my deck to the graveyard. I chain Ash Blossom. Wait, what? I thought Ash Blossom was banned in Richician format. Just kidding. Hey! No declaring fake moves. Declare real moves only. I send White Prince to the graveyard, and then because White Prince was sent to the graveyard, I can now send Skull Servant and Lady in White from my deck to the graveyard. Now, using these two monsters, I construct the overlay network to Xyz summon Dante, Traveller of the Burning Abyss. I'll activate Dante's effect, detaching a material to mill my top 3 cards. Oh yeah, 3 copies of Mizuki. Jackpot. They'll come in handy later. I place 3 cards face down and end my turn. Here I come. Draw. I activate the spell card Terraforming. I'll use it to grab any field spell I want from my deck to my hand. I choose Generator Boss Stage. I'm sorry, what? Generator? I thought your deck was called Gene Raider. So did I, but according to the Yugioh Wyvern Watch, it's actually pronounced Generator. So I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Anyway, we all make mistakes. I activate the field spell, Generator Boss Stage. Now whenever a card is added from your main deck to your hand, I get to special summon a generator monster from my deck in defense mode. And if I special summon a generator on your turn, I get to special summon as many generator tokens as possible, but they get destroyed at the end of the turn. For my next move, I'll also normal summon Lopter, Shadow of the Generator Bosses, and I'll activate its special ability right away, sacrificing it to special summon a level 9 generator with a different name from my deck.
Chain Maxi?
Wait a minute, you can't play Max C. It's banned in both Richician format and the normal current format.
Just kidding. Again.
Hey, I said no fake moves. Do it again and I will get you DQ'd. And I'm an official judge. Don't think I won't do it.
Alright, jeez. God, some people have no sense of humor.
I special summon Mordel, Generator Boss of Light. And now I'll activate her effect, allowing me to add a generator card or a plant type monster from my deck to my hand. And I'll choose Generator Boss Quest and immediately activate it. Now, by revealing a generator monster in my hand, I can add up to 2 generator spells and traps with different names from my deck to my hand, except Boss Quest, and then place the revealed card on the bottom of my deck. I'm choosing Boss Room and Boss Loot. And then this generator will go on the bottom of my deck. Next, I'll activate Generator Boss Loot. While I control a token, you can't target generator effect monsters for attacks. If a generator effect monster is destroyed by battle, you get to draw a card. I place 3 cards face down and end my turn.
Alright, here I come. I draw.
And because you drew, the effect of my boss stage activates. And now I special summon from my deck Frody, Generator Boss of Swords. And then because Generator was special summoned, I get 3 tokens.
Cool story, bro. Now I activate Pot of Extravagance. By banishing 6 random monsters from my extra deck, I get to draw 2 cards. Hold on, brother. I chain my trap card. Appropriate. Now, anytime any of you lot draw outside of your draw phase, I get to draw 2 cards. Thanks for the cards. You're welcome, I guess. Now I'll activate the same continuous spell that you played, brother. Call of the Mummy. Now that I control no monsters, I special summon from my hand Burning Skullhead. And since he was special summoned from my hand, each of you get inflicted 1,000 points of damage.
And let you pull that cheap trick again? I think not. I discard Perform Age Damage Juggler to reduce the damage I take to 0.
I don't think so. I chain Called by the Grave, targeting your damage juggler to negate its effects and banish it.
You are so annoying! Luckily, I have this Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. Now your Called by the Grave is negated, and Damage Juggler can now freely negate the activation of your Burning Skullhead and destroy it.
This isn't over. Luckily, I opened with a godly hand, I send Skull Conductor from my hand to the graveyard to special summon 2 zombies from my hand whose combined attack points go up to 2,000. And guess what? I special summon 2 more burning skull heads. And now each of them will inflict 1,000 points of damage. And now you all take 2,000!
Okay, I think this deck seems really unfair in a battle royale. Some of us haven't had a turn yet, you know.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Hey, don't talk to my best friend like that.
Whatever. Now I'll summon the last card in my hand. Plague Spreader Zombie. And now he will tune with my 2 burning skull heads to synchro summon Beals of the Diabolic Dragons. A monster that your Judgment Dragon will never defeat, Blaine.
Oh no, I'm so scared. It's not like I have another dragon that can get rid of it.
Okay, I don't appreciate the sarcasm.
And I don't appreciate you declaring fake moves, but you still did it anyway.
Yeah, Blaine has a point, Skull. I like a good joke, but declaring fake moves ain't funny. It's a form of time wasting and can cause confusion and misplays.
I don't remember asking for anyone's opinion. But whatever, I end my turn. Make your move, Carl.
Hold on, before you end your turn, I activate Frodi's effect, sacrificing 2 of my tokens to destroy 2 monsters. I choose Burning Skullhead and Dante, while my field spell destroys my remaining token.
No, I can't lose my only monster. I activate my trap card, Fiendish Chain. Frodi's effect is negated and it can't attack.
By doing that, you've activated my trap card, Generator Boss Room. When you activate something in response to one of my generator cards, it negates that effect and changes it into you drawing a card from your deck.
I can't allow that. I chain my last face-down card, Mystical Space Typhoon, to destroy your boss room.
Oh, no!
Alright now, over to me. My move. Draw.
And once again, because you drew, I special summon a generator monster from my deck. This time I special summon Utgarda, Generator Boss of Delusion. And then because it was special summoned, I generate 2 more tokens.
Anyway, now that that's over with, I'll activate Pot of Prosperity. I banish 6 monsters from my extra deck to excavate my top 6 cards and add 1 of them to my hand. Nice! I'll add Poissonnaire de Nouvelle, then place the remaining 5 on the bottom. Next, I'll normal summon Poissonnaire de Nouvelle and use her effect to add either a level 1 ritual monster or a recipe card from my deck to my hand. And I'll add Burlebase de Nouvelle, but it won't be in my hand for long because I'm activating the fish recipe, sacrificing Poissonnaire to ritual summon Burlebase. And then because I ritual summoned Burlebase with fish recipe will add the meat recipe to my hand. Then I'll activate Burlebase's effect and chain Poissonnaire. Poissonnaire will place herself in the pendulum zone, and then Burlebase will excavate my top 5 cards. Then I get to add a Nouvelle card from my deck to my hand. Oh, nice! I'll add my field spell, Nouvelle restaurant at table, and then activate it, and use it to add a recipe card from my deck to my hand. And I choose the chef's special recipe. Then I'll place a card face down before ending my turn.
Before you end your turn, I activate Up to Guarder's effect, sacrificing my tokens to banish a guard on the field. I'm choosing Burner Base, and since there's no attack position monsters on the field, you can't activate its other special ability.
No, I can't lose my only monster. I chain the quick play spell effect shot. It negates the activation of Upguard's effect and destroys it.
Oh, come on.
And during the end phase, my restaurant will shuffle back fish recipe and pot of prosperity, and I draw one card.
My move then. As you draw, I'll use my field spell to special summon another Upguarder from my deck, then bring up 2 more tokens. So be it, but I activate Night Beam. This destroys a face-down spell or trap, and the target can't be activated in response. I'm choosing the face-down card you have, Carl, which is obviously Chef's special recipe.
Ugh! Oh, come on! Why are you guys going for me?
It's nothing personal, it's just a problem. Now, since you have a monster and I don't, I special summon Cyber Dragon in defense mode. But that's not all. I'll also normal summon my Cyber Dragon Core. With it, I can add a cyber spell or trap from my deck to my hand, and I'll choose this one. Cyber Emergency, and immediately activate it. This allows me to add any one of my Cyber Dragon monsters. I choose Nashta. This will come in handy later. Then I play Machine Duplication. I target Core and duplicate it, but since his name is treated as Cyber Dragon, I special summon 2 more Cyber Dragons from my deck. Next I'll link off my Core, combining the circuit to link summon Salomon Great Almirage. Then, using 2 of my Cyber Dragons, I construct the Overlay Network to Exceed summon Cyber Dragon Nova. I activate Nova's effect, detaching one of his overlay units to bring back one of my Cyber Dragons. Since Core counts as a Cyber Dragon in the graveyard as well, I'll bring back an original Cyber Dragon. Finally, I place 2 cards face down. And that ends my turn. Okay, you know what? Cyber Dragon Nova's gonna be a problem, so before you end your turn, I activate Upguarder's effect, sacrificing my tokens to banish Cyber Dragon Nova. Ah, no! Alright, here I come. I draw. And with my field spell, I special summon Naglafar from my deck, and then generate 1 token. Fine, but I discard King of the Swamp to add a polymerization from my deck to my hand. Now I activate the spell card, Spell Economics. Now I don't have to pay life points to activate spells, like this one. A Hero Lives. As long as I control no monsters, I can special summon a level 4 lower elemental hero from my hand. Like this one, Elemental Hero Stratos. And then with Stratos' effect, I'll add a hero from my deck to my hand. I choose Liquid Soldier, but Liquid Soldier won't be in my hand for long because I play Polymerization. Now I shall fuse Stratos on the field with Liquid Soldier in my hand in order to form Elemental Hero Sunrise. I activate Liquid Soldier's effect, and Sunrise is chained. I add Miracle Fusion from my deck to my hand. Now for Liquid Soldier's effect, I draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card. I'll discard my Shadow Mist.
Ha! You just drew outside of your draw phase, so I get to draw 2 cards as well.
Yes, but you don't get a search out of this. Since Shadow Mist went to the graveyard, I get to add any hero I want from my deck to my hand. And I'll choose another Stratos. And guess what? I haven't normal summoned yet, so I normal summon a second Stratos and use his effect to once again add another hero. And I'll choose Spirit of Neos. Now I'll place a card face down. Furthermore, since I have 2 different attributes on the field, Sunrise and Stratos gain 400 extra attack points. That ends my turn. Before you end your turn, I'll activate Utgarda's effect, sacrificing a token, and Naglafar to banish Fiendish Chain.
No! Curse you!
Alright, stand back, you lot. This is how pros do. I draw, and as you draw, I'll use Boss Stage to special summon Nidhogg, generate a boss of ice to the field, and I'll special summon 1 more token. If you're quite finished, I'll activate Pot of Greed. It lets me draw 2 cards from my deck.
Thanks for the 2 extra cards, Blaine.
Well, here's something no one will be thankful for. I play Dark Ruler no more. As long as you take no damage this turn, it negates the effects of all monsters on the field, and you can't activate monster effects in response to this card. Now those pesky generators can't disrupt my plays. Like this one, I activate Perform H Damage Juggler's other effect. By banishing it from my graveyard, I get to add another Perform H monster from my deck to my hand. I'll choose Perform H Trick Clown. Now I'll activate Charge of the Light Brigade. By milling my top 3 cards, I get to add a level 4 lower Light Swarm from my deck to my hand. I milled Wolf and Minerva. Wolf will special summon itself, and Minerva will mill another card off the top of my deck. It's Felice, so she gets special summoned as well. And I'll add Lumina, the Light Sworn Summoner, from my deck to my hand. Next I'll play Solar Recharge, discarding my Raiden to draw 2 cards and then mill 2 cards. I milled another Wolf, so Wolf will be special summoned. Now, Felice will tune with one of my Wolves to synchro summon Starter Spark Dragon in defense mode. But that's not all. I'll also normal summon Lumina, Light Sworn Summoner, and I'll activate her effect, discarding my Trick Clown to bring back Raiden. And then, because Trick Clown went to the graveyard, I can bring it back with its stats reduced to 0, and I take 1,000 points of damage. Now, using Wolf and Trick Clown, I construct the overlay network to Xyz summon Minerva, the escalated light swarm. I activate Minerva's effect, detaching one of her overlay units. My Wolf, I get to mill my top 3 cards, and then I draw 1 card for every light swarm I milled. Well, how about that? I milled 3 light swarms. Jane, Lila and Gareth. That means I draw 3 cards.
Keep 'em coming!
Now I activate Raiden's effect and mill my top 2 cards, and you'll gain 200 attack points if it's a light swarm. I milled Wolf and Necro Gardener, so Wolf is summoned to the field. Now it's time for Raiden to finally return the favour to Lumina and give her a tune-up as I synchro summon Michael, the Arc Light Swarm. Now I activate Michael's effect. By paying 1,000 of my life points, I get to banish a card on the field. I choose Beals.
No! How dare you! You'll pay for that!
We'll see about that. I place 3 cards face down and end my turn, and then during the end phase, Michael will mill my top 3 cards. Finally, it's my turn. Draw. And now, thanks to my field spell, I'll special summon Vara, Seeder of the Generator Bosses. Well, looks like your zones are full and you can't spam out any more generator monsters. Anyway, I place 5 cards face down in the back row and end my turn.
What? Are you kidding me? You're the first one who gets to attack, and you didn't even summon one single monster?
Oh, don't you worry. I'll unleash my ultimate power very soon. Well, before you end your turn, I'll activate Frody's effect, sacrificing my other generator monsters to destroy 4 monsters, more specifically, all of Blaine's monsters. Your sacrifice will be in vain. I activate the trap card Breakthrough Skill, targeting your Frody and negating its effects. Oh, come on. I'm never gonna get to use Frody's effect.
Sounds like a you problem. Now it's my turn. I draw.
Well, since I now have spaces again, I'll use the effect Boss Stage.
I've had enough of this. I chain Twin Twisters, discarding my King of the Skull servants to destroy your boss stage and your face down card closest to your deck.
Oh, no! My Storming Mirror Force!
And it looks like I get to attack first after all. I switch Dante from defense to attack mode. Then I'll activate his effect again, detaching his remaining overlay unit to mill my top 3 cards and gain 500 attack points for each one. I milled White Baking and White Prince. Prince will send Skull Servant and Lady in White from my deck to the graveyard. And White Baking will add 2 Skull Servant monsters with different names from my deck to my hand. Then I discard a card. I add White Princess and White Lord, and I'll discard White Lord. It's too risky to use his effect right now. I then normal summon White Princess and use her effect to send White Prince from my deck to the graveyard. And then White Prince will mill out my last copies of Skull Servant and the Lady in White. Next, I'll banish a Mizuki from my graveyard to special summon my ultimate monster, King of the Skull Servants. But that's not all. I'll also use the other effect of White Prince, banishing it from my graveyard, along with Skull Servant and Lady in White, to special summon another King of the Skull Servants from my deck. Since I technically have 9 Skull Servants in my graveyard now, my kings both have 9,000 attack points. You're all screwed. Now, King of the Skull Servants number 1, attack Michael now!
It will take a lot more than that. I play my trap card, Attack Guidance Armor. Now your attack is redirected to another monster, and I choose White Princess. Say goodbye to your life points.
Don't underestimate me, True Dart. I activate White Princess's other effect, sending her to the graveyard, and now until the end of the turn, all of your monsters will lose attack and defense points equal to their own level or rank, times 300. And now that there's technically another Skull Servant in the graveyard, my Royal Kings will gain 1,000 more attack points for a total of 10,000. Now, Skull Servant number 2, attack Michael!
You still won't beat me that easily. I play my remaining trap, Negate Attack. It cancels out your attack and ends your battle phase.
I'll get you yet. I place 4 cards face down and end my turn.
Before you end your turn, I'll activate my remaining trap card, Generate a Boss Fight. This lets me activate a Generate a Field spell from my deck or graveyard. I choose to activate from the deck another Generate a Boss stage. Then all of you get to draw 1 card. And then because you all drew, I get to special summon a generator from my deck. I special summon another Vara. And when Vara is special summoned, I get to special summon another generator from my hand or graveyard. I special summon Mardell from my graveyard. And then when Mardell is special summoned, I get to add a plant or a generator card from my deck to my hand. I choose to add Hela. Alright, I draw. Now I activate Kajikuri Curse. By sending a level 9 monster from my hand or field to the graveyard, in this case Hela, I get to draw 2 cards. Now, using my 3 level 9 monsters, I construct the Overlay Network to Exceed Summon Leviathan, Generate a Boss of Shadows. Now I'll activate its effect, sacrificing it to special summon a non-fairy generator Exceeds monster from my extra deck. Then I can attach cards from any field or graveyard to that monster, up to the number of materials it had. And I special summon my ultimate monster, Yormander, Generator Boss of Eternity! And since my Leviathan had 3 materials, I get to attach 3 monsters. Or other cards. And guess what? I'm taking 3 of your Skull Servant monsters, Skuul, more specifically White Lord, White Baking, and an actual Skull Servant, weakening your king.
Ah, how dare you! You may have weakened my kings, but he's still 4,000 attack points stronger than your monster.
We'll see about that. Now I activate Yormander's effect. By detaching one of his overlay units, we all get to draw a card, and then we must all attach a card from either our hands or fields to it as a material. So from my hand, I'll attach Dovalgus.
I'll attach Tri-White from my hand. I have no choice. I'll attach Skull Flame from my hand.
I'll attach Hungry Burger.
I'll attach Cyber Dragon Nashta from my hand. I'll attach Bubble Man from my hand. And I'll attach Weiss from my hand. And I'll attach Abyss Stingray from my hand. In any case, this now means that Yormander is now the monster with 10,000 attack points. And also, since you all drew a card, boss stage will activate and special summon another generator monster from my deck. I special summon Vara, and Vara will bring back Mardell, and Mardell will add a generator card from my deck to my hand. I'll add Hela. Now I activate Generator Boss Quest, revealing Hela to add 2 different generator spells traps from my deck to my hand. I'll add Boss Bite and Boss Fight. And then Hela gets put back into the deck. Now, using Vara and Mardell, I'll once again construct the overlay network to Exceed Summon Phantom Fortress Enter Blefner. And now I'll activate its special ability. By detaching one of its overlay units, I get to banish either a card the opponent controls, a card from the opponent's hand, a card from the opponent's graveyard, or the top card of the opponent's deck. I choose to banish a card from the field, more specifically, Stardust Spark Dragon.
You'll regret that.
We'll see about that, Blaine. Now, Yormander, attack Michael now with all your might!
Yormander's might is about to be used against you. From my hand I send Honest, and now Michael's attack points will increase by the attack points of Yormander. Go, Michael! Counter-attack!
Oh! Yormander, no! Well, the effect of boss loot can finally trigger. Because a generator effect monster was destroyed by battle, you all get to draw 1 card. Now, Phantom Fortress, avenge Yormander and attack his wolf!
I will protect my light swans to the bitter end. I banish Necro Gardener from my graveyard to block your attack.
In my main phase 2, I place my last 3 cards face down. That ends my turn.
Alright, finally it's back to me, and I draw. And what a draw this is!
Well, before you do anything, boss stage will special summon Hela, and then I'll special summon tokens.
Doesn't matter. Now I banish Skuul Flame from my graveyard to special summon my ultimate monster, Supersonic Skuul Flame, and I'll activate his effect, inflicting 400 points of damage for each burning skull head in my graveyard. Since all three of them are there, you all take 1200 points of damage. I think you've inflicted enough damage this turn. I activate one of my trap cards, Fiendish Chain. Now your Supersonic Skuul Flame can't attack or activate his effects. What? No! I forgot this guy was here in the duel. I set the last 3 cards in my hand face down and end my turn.
Alright, it's my turn again. Draw.
And as you draw, I'll use boss stage to special summon another generator from my deck.
Not this time, Shon-Jean. I play my own twin twisters, discarding Poti to destroy boss stage and the face-down card furthest away from your deck.
Oh, not again. And I lost my normal mirror force.
And now that that's over with, I'll activate the pendulum effect of Poti de Nouvelle. I target my Burla base and switch its battle position and then special summon her. This then triggers Burla base's other effect. Because it was targeted, I get to tribute one of your attack position monsters and itself to special summon a level 3 or 2 Nouvelle from my hand or deck. I choose to tribute Michael.
I cannot allow this, I'm afraid. I activate my trap card, my own Fiendish Chain, and stop Burla base in its tracks.
What? But Michael isn't your monster. Why would you do that? Wait, unless...
Of course, it's so obvious. The True Dot brothers are working together. What the hell? That's not fair. This ain't a tag team duel.
Oh, we're the ones being unfair? Says the one bringing burn cards into a battle royale.
Hey, I actually like this deck, and it's the only one I have. Plus, it's more fun than the more competitive zombie decks. Back off!
Look, it's nothing personal against any of you. It's just that me and Blaine are the strongest duelists here, and we want to battle it out to see who the superior brother is. Naturally, we would have preferred to do it in a normal 1v1 bracket, but then this battle royale just happened out of nowhere. And we want to be the last 2 standing. Well, that's all very well, Zack, but why can't you both do this in your own time? That would make more logical sense. Well, we could, but it has no meaning outside of a tournament setting. Meanwhile, if we're playing in a tournament, it has so much more meaning, especially when we make it to the finals. Anyway, enough of this debate. Continue your turn, Carl.
As you wish. Poti's effect will still resolve. Changing Burla base to attack mode, Poissonnaire gets special summoned, and then Poissonnaire's effect will activate and let me add either a level 1 ritual monster or a recipe card from my deck to my hand. I'll choose the fish recipe. Next, I'll activate the effect of Nouvelle Restaurant at Table, putting Hungry Burger in my hand back into the deck, and then I draw one card. Well, that's not gonna do anything right now, but maybe this will. Manju of the 10,000 Hands, and I'll use Manju's effect to add either a ritual monster or a ritual spell from my deck to my hand. And I'll choose Foy Glacier. This might come in handy later, but now I'm gonna activate the meat recipe, sacrificing all 3 monsters I have on the field in order to ritual summon my ultimate monster, Bale Grill de Nouvelle. I activate Poissonner's effects to put her back in the pendulum zone, and Bale Grill is chained, negating the effects of all face-up cards on the field.
I can't allow that, and its other effect. I activate my trap card, Solemn Strike. By paying 1,500 life points, Bale Grill's effect is negated, followed by him being destroyed.
Ah, no! I'm wide open now, and I already used my normal summon. Oh man. I place a card face down and end my turn, and during the end phase, Restaurant will shuffle back the meat recipe and Hungry Burger, putting them back, and I draw one card. I end my turn.
My move then. Draw. First, I'll normal summon another Cyber Dragon Core, and then use his effect to add a cyber spell or trap from my deck to my hand. I choose Cyberload Fusion. But that's not all. Next, using my Cyber Dragons, I'll rebuild the overlay network to Exceed summon Cyber Dragon Nova. And now I'll activate Nova's effect, detaching an overlay unit to bring back one of my Cyber Dragons. Now I'll activate this Polymerization. Now I shall fuse Cyber Dragon and Cyber Dragon Core together, whose name is treated as Cyber Dragon in order to form Cyber Twin Dragon. I'll then play a continuous spell of my own, Frontline Base. Now I can once per turn special summon a Union monster from my hand, and I'll use that effect right away to special summon my Heavy Mech Support platform. And now I'll activate its effect, equipping it to my Cyber Twin Dragon and giving it an extra 500 attack points. Time to battle. Cyber Twin Dragon, attack Shon-Jean's Phantom Fortress with double Strident Blaze. Oh! No! Oh yes! Now, Cyber Twin Dragon, your next target is Elemental Hero Sunrise. Attack it with double Strident Blaze! Sunrise is going nowhere, Zack. I play my trap card, Storming Mirror Force. All of your attack position monsters are bounced back to your hand. Sorry, but that won't work. I activate my trap card, Trap Jammer. This negates the activation of a trap card that activates in the battle phase and destroys it. Ugh. No! Alright, Dragon Nova, it's your turn. Attack Trip's life points directly. I'm not letting you get to my life points, True Dart. I play my trap card, Metal Reflect Slime. This special summons itself as an effect monster with 3,000 defense points. Your Cyber Dragon Nova can't get to me. This calls for a battle replay. Alright then, Cyber Dragon Nova, destroy Dante instead!
Why would you do that to a Dante that's just sitting there not doing anything anymore?
You're playing Skuul servants. That still makes you a threat. Well, now that I'm out of attacks, I'll place a card in my hand face down and end my turn. Before you end your turn, I activate one of my trap cards. Generate a boss fight, so I can once again activate a generate a field spell from my deck or graveyard.
Oh my god, I am not going through this again! I activate my trap card, 7 Tools of the Bandit. By paying 1,000 of my life points, it negates the activation of your trap and destroys it.
Oh, damn it, Skuul. Well, at least you finally lost some life points. Alright, here I come. Draw. Not bad. First, I'll activate Miracle Fusion. I banish and fuse together Shadow Mist and Liquid Soldier in my graveyard to form Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. This will trigger Liquid Soldier's effect again. I get to draw 2 cards and discard 1. And I'll discard my Necroshade.
And thanks to that effect, I draw 2 more cards thanks to Appropriate. Hold on, brother. I want in on this too. I activate my trap card, my own Appropriate. So now I get to draw cards whenever any of you draw outside of your draw phase as well. You bone-headed idiot! What do you think you're doing? Do you have any idea what you've done? Of course I do. I activated Appropriate just so I can simply draw cards whenever any of you draw outside of your draw phase. And... oh no! I've just realised! Why are we related? I mean, you've made some stupid misplays and questionable moves in your time, but this one takes the cake. Now we'll each draw cards off each other's copy of Appropriate until we deck out!
Idiots. Wow, what a plonker. Alright, 2 down, 5 to go. Now to continue the fusing as I play Polymerization. Now I shall fuse the Absolute Zero on the field with Neos in my hand in order to form Elemental Hero The Shining. And now Absolute Zero's effect will activate. Because it left the field, all of your monsters are destroyed. Oh, come on, not Hella. I activate Salamangreat Almirage's effect, sacrificing it to protect my Cyber Dragon Nova from being destroyed. Meanwhile, my heavy mech support platform will take the hit from my Cyber Twin Dragon. Nice try, Rick. You may have finally been able to destroy my monsters, but it won't do you any good, because now 3 different monster effects will activate. First, the effect of Michael, then the effect of Minerva, and then the effect of Trick Clown, which will resolve first. It will come back to the field in defense mode with its stats reduced to 0, and I take 1,000 points of damage. But I'm not concerned about that. Now Minerva's final effect will activate. If she's destroyed, I mill my top 3 cards, and if any of them are light swarms, I destroy as many cards on the field as the number of light swarms I mill. Let's see what I get. You're so lucky. Only 1 was milled. Raiden, so I get to destroy 1 monster. I choose the Shining. Ugh! No! And the timing's not correct to use the Shining's last effect. And that's exactly why I chose that chain order. And I wanted to activate Michael first so I don't miss timing. And now that Michael's been destroyed, I'll activate his final effect. I get to return any number of light swarms in my graveyard to my deck, and then gain 300 life points for each one. I put back all of them except 1 Wolf, 1 Garroth, the Minerva Xyz, and 1 Raiden. I'll leave just those 4 light swarms in my graveyard and put back all the others. I'm almost back to where I started. Because Necroshade is in my graveyard, I can now summon this with no tributes. Elemental Hero Blade Edge. Come on out, pal. And I'm also not done fusing. I'll also play my 3rd and final polymerization. Fusing together Elemental Heroes Avian with Burstinatrix to form Elemental Hero Flame Wingman Infernal Rage. As much as I wanted to bring out the original, I need this version. I'll activate his effect and add a favourite card from my deck or graveyard to my hand. And of course, I'll add favourite contact. Now I'll activate Flame Wingman Infernal Rage's other effect. Since I used a normal monster to fusion summon it, I can sacrifice it to bring out a level 7 or lower Elemental Hero fusion from my extra deck. And just to mix things up, I'll bring out a classic, my Elemental Hero Dark Bright. Unfortunately, I can't get over Cyber Twin Dragon. I'll have to worry about that later. But for now, at least I can overcome Cyber Dragon Nova. Elemental Hero Blade Edge attacks Cyber Dragon Nova with Slice and Dice attack. No, this complicates things. My face down card is limiter removal. I could use it to double my Nova's attack, destroy his Blade Edge and do damage. But then at the end of the turn, I'll lose my Cyber Twin Dragon. I hope my brother can keep his end of the bargain. Sorry to disappoint you again, hero, but I won't let any attacks go through. I banish my electromagnetic turtle to end your battle phase. Still helping each other, I see. In my main phase 2, I'll change Stratos to defense mode. Then I place a card face down, and that ends my turn. My move. I draw. No! I don't want Felice in my hand. Luckily, I can get her out of my hand with this solar recharge. Now, by discarding a light sworn, Felice, I get to draw 2 cards and then mill 2 cards. I'll then place a card on top of my deck to bring back my Plague Spreader zombie. It'll be banished when it leaves the field after being special summoned this way. Next, I'll play Foolish Burial, and the monster I choose to send to the graveyard is Wolf, which will then get special summoned back to the field. But it won't be back for long because now I sacrifice Wolf in order to tribute summon Celestia, the Light Sworn Angel. And now I'll activate her effect by sending the top 2 cards of my deck to the graveyard. I get to destroy 2 cards on the field. But more specifically, I'm going for Blade Edge and one of Trip's face down cards. I can't let you do that, True Dart. I activate my trap card, another Fiendish Chain. Celestia isn't destroying anything. What's with everyone playing Fiendish Chain? But you leave me no choice. Plague Spreader Zombie will now tune with Celestia in order to synchro summon Black Rose Dragon. And now that she's here, I'll nuke the entire field. I can't let you do this either. I activate my 3rd and final Fiendish Chain, tying your Black Rose Dragon right up. Oh my god, play something original. I have no choice. I play Pot of Avarice. By putting 5 monsters in my graveyard back into my deck, I get to draw 2 cards. I'm putting back all the monsters that went to the graveyard this turn. Felice, Lila, Jane, Wolf and Celestia. And now I draw 2 cards. I activate Charge of the Light Brigade, milling my top 3 cards to add a level 4 or lower Light Sworn. These mills are terrible. I'll add Lumina. I have to end my turn. My move again. The time has come to unleash my ultimate power. These fiendish chains have served their purpose, so now I'll send all 3 of them to the graveyard in order to summon Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames! What? A sacred beast? No way! Yes way. I've been waiting all day for this moment. I didn't think my plan would ever be pulled off. Yes, the plan was to infiltrate this tournament, be a tournament participant, and try and get paired against you. But rather annoyingly, that didn't happen. I didn't think I was going to get a chance, especially since that fool with Hamon interfered. But luckily not too much. Then again, even if he defeated you, everything would have been fine. even though my plan would have gone out the window. But since he failed, it's now up to me. And how fortunate it was that I was able to convince the tournament organiser to make the top 8 a battle royale. I had a feeling you might make the top 8. At least this way it guarantees that I get to face you, Rick. And now I've got you right where I want you.
You're forgetting one thing, scumbag. There's 4 other people here, including me, so you'll have to get past us too. In fact, I'm gonna put a stop to your plan myself. I activate the trap card Solemn Strike. I pay 1,500 life points to negate the summon of Yugioh.
And let someone else meddle in my plans? I think not. I play my trap card Dark Bribe. You spent your life points for nothing, but you do get to draw a card. Yes, that's right, I have other kinds of traps. But I assure you, that card won't help. And speaking of traps, I'll now activate Yugioh's effect. Once per turn, I get to destroy a face-down spell or trap on the field, and the target can't be activated in response. Just like Zack's Night Beam, I choose to destroy your face-down card, Rick, which is obviously favourite contact. Ugh! No! Now to change up the playing field, I play the field spell Fallen Paradise. You're already very familiar with this, Rick, but for those who don't know, my sacred beast now can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and once per turn I get to draw 2 cards, and guess what? I'm gonna draw 2 cards right now. I play Pot of Greed and draw 2 more cards. And now I'm going to wipe out all of your pathetic monsters with this. Rogeki! Time to bring the thunder in my own way. Ugh. 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 I bring back my Trick Clown and take 1,000 points of damage. Ugh. Ugh. Big mistake. Because Cyber Dragon Nova was sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, I get to bring out a Machine Fusion monster from my extra deck. Come forth, Cyber Eternity Dragon! My Dark Bright also has an effect when it gets destroyed. I have to destroy an opposing monster. The problem is, with a Machine Fusion monster in Zack's graveyard, I can't target Cyber Eternity Dragon, and the field spell makes it so I can't target Yugioh. So I'm afraid my only target is Performage Trick Clown. Sorry, Blaine. Ugh. No! Trick Clown's effect can only be used once per turn. That means I have no monsters left to protect me. Oh, don't worry, True Dart. I have no interest in going for you. Yet. However, I will activate Dark World Dealings. So now we draw a card and discard a card. I'll discard Embodiment of Office. And now that there's another continuous trap in the graveyard, Yugioh gains 1,000 attack points, for he gains 1,000 for every continuous trap in my graveyard. Since there are 6 now, that gives him 6 1,000 attack points. And while I'm at it, I'll also activate Fairy Meteor Crush, equipping it to Uriah. And yes, I can still target it with my card effects. Now, if Uriah battles a monster in defense mode, the difference will be delta battle damage. Now, Uriah, attack Rick's life points directly. Hyper Blaze! I see where this is going, but I have no choice. I special summon Elemental Hero Spirit of Neos to the field to protect me, and now I'll use his effects to either add a polymerization or a spell or trap that mentions an Elemental Hero's name. And I'll choose Instant Contact. You think I care? Well, I don't. Now, take 4,000 points of piercing damage.
Rick, hang in there and don't give up.
It'll take more than a friendship speech to overcome my sacred beast. I place the last 3 cards in my hand face down. That ends my turn. Okay, here's an idea for a plan. Gang up on Trip. My move. What a rip. I play my Pot of Greed and draw 2 cards from my deck. Excellent. One of them is my 3rd and final copy of Generator Boss Stage. Then I play Card of Sanctity. Now we must all draw from our decks until we each have 6 cards in our hands. And then, because you all drew, Generator Boss Stage will special summon a generator from my deck. I choose Mordell, and with Mordell's effect, I'll add Dolvagus from my deck to my hand. But it won't be in my hand for long, because since it's a machine, I'll send it from my hand to the graveyard to special summon Deep Space Cruiser 9. Next, I'll normal summon Lopter. I'll activate Lopter's effect, sacrificing him to special summon another generator from my deck. I special summon Vala, and then Vala will special summon Maglafar from my graveyard. Next, I play Monster Reborn in order to bring back Frody. No way! He managed to assemble 5 level 9 monsters at once. That's impressive. Now, using all of my level 9 monsters, I construct the overlay network to once again exceed summon Leviathan, Generator Boss of Shadows. And now I'll activate his effect once again, sacrificing him to bring out another Generator Exceeds monster, and then attach that many materials that it had. So rise once again, Yormander, Generator Boss of Eternity. And now that Yormander is here, because Leviathan had 5 materials, I get to attach 5 cards from anywhere. Trip. I'm attaching 5 of your continuous traps. More specifically, your 3 fiendish chains, your metal reflect slime, and your stun ray. No! Now Uriah's attack points will be dropped to just 1,000. Exactly. But wait, there's more. I activate Yormander's other effect. By detaching one of his overlay units, you all get to draw a card and attach one card to it as a material. Sure, you get back a continuous trap, but it shouldn't matter. Fine, you can have Tiki Soul.
And you can take Nouvelle Restaurant at Table.
From me, you can take Cyber Dragon Dry. You can take my Crosskeeper. And I suppose from me, you can take Jane. And I'll attach another Vala. And now, Yormander has 10 materials. That gives it 10,000 attack points. And since Uriah's only on 1,000, and you have 6,000 life points left, you're done. Yormander, attack Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames. Eliminate Trip from the duel. Do you seriously think I'll let someone like you defeat me? I activate my trap card, Magic Cylinder. Your attack is negated, and now Yormander's attack points will come out of your life points. Magic Cylinder? No, this can't be. Oh! Oh! Oh.
Shon-Jean, no! With him eliminated and Skuul decked out, that means it's my move now. And I think I should turn this duel around with culinary confrontation. Now I'll special summon Poissonnaire de Nouvelle to my field and Pâtisserie Couverture to your side.
And just how is giving me a 1700 beat stick going to help you?
Just keep watching. Poissonnaire will add either a level 1 ritual monster or a recipe spell or trap from my deck to my hand. I choose the meat recipe and then immediately activate it, sacrificing Poissonnaire on the field and Balamaner de Nouvelle from my hand in order to ritual summon my ace monster, Bale de Nouvelle. Poissonnaire will place herself in my other pendulum zone, and now Balamaner will negate the effects of all your face-up cards.
I don't think so. I send Effect Veiler from my hand to the graveyard to negate that effect. Thanks for letting me draw this, Shon-Jean.
That's not gonna slow me down. I chain Bale Grill's other effect, sacrificing an attack position monster, in this case Couverture, to special summon Hungry Burger from my hand or deck.
Oh no! And the chef's special recipe is still in the graveyard. I can't let you do what you're about to do. I activate another trap card. Disappear! This lets me banish a card from your graveyard. I banish the chef's special recipe.
Ah, dadgubbit. Well, regardless, I special summon Hungry Burger. And now it's time for me to exceed summon as well. Using Hungry Burger and Bale de Nouvelle, I construct the overlay network to exceed summon number 39, Utopia Beyond.
What? A number monster? How did you get one of those?
I have my ways. And now that Utopia Beyond has been summoned, the attack points of all your monsters get dropped to 0. Sorry to do it to Spirit of Neos, Rick, but I don't think that will affect you. Unlike Trip here. Now he's wide open. Now, Utopia Beyond, finish what your Amanda started, and attack Uriah.
Oh, I love how all of you try to be a hero. I activate my last trap card, Hyperblaze. Here's how it works. By sending a trap from my hand or deck to the graveyard, in this case sending my Tiki Curse from the deck, Uriah's attack points now become 1,000 times the number of face-up traps on the field and traps in the graveyard. And I mean any trap, not just the continuous ones. And since there's 2 face-up traps on the field and exactly 18 traps currently in our graveyards, that means Uriah's attack points become 20,000. That's more than enough to wipe out Utopia Beyond and your life points. Anyone for a flame-grilled burger?
No, this can't be. Ah!
Carl, no! You'll pay for that, but his fall will not be in vain, because thanks to Utopia Beyond, Uriah can no longer gain attack points from his own effect. It doesn't matter. I have Hyperblaze on the field still, and I can just boost Uriah's power that way anytime you try and attack it. Face it, I've got the 3 of you beaten. We're not beaten yet, and their falls will be avenged. My move. Shon-Jean has given me the cards I need to take you down once and for all. I activate Power Bond, and I'll use it with this card, Cybernetic Fusion Support. By paying half my life points, I can banish the materials from my graveyard. So, I banish and fuse together my 3 Cyber Dragons in order to bring forth my ultimate fighting machine. Come forth, Cyber End Dragon! I'm not impressed. That move may have helped you win other duels, but not this time. Even with your Cyber End Dragon's attack points doubled, it's still no match for Uriah. By doing what you did, you literally threw. You're a paid actor. Don't be so sure of that. I still have my face down card, Limiter Removal. Now my Cyber End Dragon's attack points will be doubled again to 16,000. That's still not enough. Stop trying. Just give up. That's the one thing I'll never do. Next I'll normal summon Cyber Kirin, and now I'll sacrifice it so I take no effect damage this turn. Next I'll activate Magical Stone Excavation by discarding 2 cards, my Cyberload Fusion and take over 5. I get to add a spell from my graveyard back to my hand. And guess what? I'm going to add Limiter Removal back and immediately activate it again, doubling my Cyber End Dragon's attack points once more to 32,000. What? No! This can't be! I can't surpass that amount of attack points! Then it looks like you're done. But just to make sure I have some follow-up, I'll play Card of Demise. This lets me draw until I'm holding 5 cards, as long as I discard my entire hand in 5 turns. And now it's time to finish you. Cyber End Dragon, attack Uriah and wipe out Trip's life points with Super Strident Blaze! This can't be! No! Ah! Ah!
Alright. Way to go, Zack.
Security, detain Trip Hazard immediately.
Curse you, True Dart! You may have won the battle, but the duelists of Shadow will win the war. Yeah, like we haven't heard that before, even if it was just movies and TV shows. Here you are, Rick. Another sacred beast has been secured. Well, thanks for your help on this one, Zack. Sorry I got you guys in danger. Don't blame yourself. All that matters is that our Yugioh community is safe. Besides, as much of a badass as I am, I couldn't have done it without help from Carl and Shon-Jean, paving the way to victory. Now, what do you say the three of us end this duel and finish it with honour? Sounds good to me. Then let the duel continue as I activate Dimension Explosion. Since I'm gonna lose my monsters at the end of the turn anyway, I'll return my Cyber End Dragon to the extra deck, and then we all get to special summon 2 banished monsters. So for me, I'll bring back 2 of my Cyber Dragons. Then I'll bring back Elemental Heroes Liquid Soldier and Shadow Mist, both in defense mode. And I'll bring back Stardust Spark Dragon in attack mode and my Necro Gardener in defense mode. Very well then, now my 2 Cyber Dragons attack Liquid Soldier and Shadow Mist with Strident Blaze! I activate Shadow Mist's effect, allowing me to add a hero from my deck to my hand. I'll get another Spirit of Neos. Very well, but now it's time for me to use this card, Cyberload Fusion. That's right, I drew a second one. Now by returning fusion materials among my field and banished zone, I can fusion summon a machine fusion monster, but only that monster can attack for the rest of the turn. So in this case, I put my 2 Cyber Dragons and my Cyber Dragon that is banished back into the deck. I once again fusion summon the Cyber End Dragon! Now, I could easily wipe out your life points, Rick. But since my brother wants to eliminate you so badly, I'll go for him instead. Cyber End Dragon, attack Stardust Spark Dragon with Super Strident Blaze! I think not. I banish my second Necro Gardener from my graveyard to block your attack. So be it. I place 2 cards face down and end my turn. And then during the end phase, even though my Cyber Eternity Dragon didn't get boosted by limiter removal destroys it. Alright, time to try and turn this duel around. My move! Now I activate the effect of Spirit of Neos, returning him to my deck and switching him out for a normal elemental hero. So come on out, Sparkman! But that's not all. I'll also activate Instant Contact. This lets me special summon a level 7 or lower elemental hero or Neospatian from my extra deck, and it would normally cost me 1,000 life points, but since I still have spell economics, I don't have to pay. So come on out, elemental hero Flame Wingman! And because I brought out an elemental hero fusion monster, I'll activate Crosskeeper's effect. banishing it to draw 2 cards, then place 1 card in my hand on the bottom. Next, on normal summon, my elemental hero Wildheart. But I'm not done there. I'll also equip Flame Wingman with Favourite Hero. Now if there's a field spell on my field, the equipped monster will gain attack points equal to its defense points plus targeting immunity. Time to battle, and at the start of the battle phase, I'll activate the other effect of Favourite Hero and activate a field spell from my deck. I choose Skyscraper. Now an elemental hero will gain 1,000 attack points if it's weaker than the monster it's attacking. Go, Flame Wingman! Attack Cyber End Dragon with Skydive Scorcher! Sorry, Zack, you should have eliminated me when you had the chance, because now that the Flame Wingman destroyed a monster by battle, you'll get inflicted damage equal to your monster's original attack points, and that takes you out of the game. You won't eliminate me that easily, Rick. I play my trap card, Damage Polarizer. When an effect activates that would inflict damage, it negates that effect, and then we all draw a card from our decks. Fine, but now I activate the other effect of Favourite Hero. Since the equipped monster destroyed a monster by battle, I can send Favourite Hero to the graveyard, and that monster can attack once again. Alright, Flame Wingman, it's now time to attack Stardust Spark Dragon. Attack with Skydive Scorcher. I activate Stardust Spark Dragon's effect, targeting itself, and then once per turn it can't be destroyed. So it won't be destroyed by your Flame Wingman, but you still take the damage. Alright, I'll deal with that in just a moment. Sparkman, attack Zack's life points directly with Static Shockwave. I don't think so. I activate the effect of this, my Speedroid Menko. That's right, it's not just Speedroids that can use this card. When my life points are attacked directly, all of your monsters that are in attack mode are switched to defense mode. Nice try. But I'm not out of attacks either. I play Super Polymerization, discarding my Clayman to fuse together the Flame Wingman and Sparkman to bring up my Shining Hero, Elemental Hero, Shining Flare Wingman. Shining Flare Wingman gains 300 attack points for every elemental hero in my graveyard. Since I have 18, Shining Flare Wingman is gaining 5,400 attack points for a grand total of 7,900. Now, I could try and wipe you out, Zack, but since you gave me the courtesy of leaving me alone last turn, I'm gonna go for Stardust Spark Dragon. Leaving that on the field might be a huge mistake. Shining Flare Wingman, attack Stardust Spark Dragon with Shining Emerald Orb. And now for the Shining Flare Wingman's effect. You'll now take damage equal to your Stardust Spark Dragon's original attack points. I can't let you do that either, Rick. I activate another Damage Polarizer. So once again, the effect damage is negated and we all draw a card. Oh man, how many of those do you have? Well, in my main phase 2, I place 2 cards face down, and that ends my turn. My move then. Finally, I drew this. Well, I can't let you both have all the fun face monsters, since I have more than enough light swans in my graveyard, I special summon Judgment Dragon! And now I'll activate its effect by paying 1,000 of my life points. It nukes the entire field! Hold on, Blaine. I chain 2 trap cards. First I chain Threatening Roar, so that now you can't declare an attack this turn. And I'll also chain Favourite Contact. Since Shining Flare Wingman is about to bite the dust, I'll return it to my extra deck, and Elemental Hero Neos to the bottom of my main deck in order to bring out Elemental Hero Shining Neos Wingman. But unfortunately, Wild Heart still bites the dust. Ugh. Sorry, Wild Heart, your fall won't be in vain. Ugh. Now for Shining Neos Wingman's effect. Since it was special summoned, I get to destroy your cards on your field up to the number of attributes on the field. Since there's only light, I get to destroy 1, so say goodbye to Judgment Dragon! I think not. I'll stop it with the same trap I used on it last time. Breakthrough Skill. I banish it to negate your Shining Neos Wingman's effects. Now, I could activate my Judgment Dragon's effect again, since it's not once per turn, but I've got something else in mind. Something that will make sure you can't make a comeback. So now, I'll banish Judgment Dragon from the field and Punishment Dragon from my graveyard to perform a contact fusion. Wait, what? A contact fusion? That's right, you and Zack aren't the only ones here with fusion monsters, and now I summon this one, Enlightenment Dragon. And now I'll activate its special ability by paying 2,000 of my life points. It banishes every other card on the field and in our graveyards. What the hell, Blaine? That'll leave me at a disadvantage as well. Oh, don't worry, Zack. I believe in you, and I'm sure you can make a comeback before Rick has a chance to. But by doing what I've done, it makes his remaining miracle fusions useless. Anyway, since I can't attack this turn, I'll place a card face down, and then set a monster in defense mode. And I end my turn, and during the end phase, Enlightenment Dragon sends the top 4 cards of my deck to the graveyard. My move then, draw, and I immediately activate Card of Sanctity. Now we must all draw from our decks until we each have 6 cards in our hands. Just what I was hoping for. Now I play Polymerization, and I'll fuse my 3 Cyber Dragons together to bring forth once again the Cyber End Dragon! No way! You managed to redraw all of your Cyber Dragons? That's right. Now, again, I could wipe out Rick's life points, but I have a feeling leaving Enlightenment Dragon on the field would be a huge mistake. Go, Cyber End Dragon! Attack Enlightenment Dragon with Super Strident Blaze! No! I don't have enough life points to activate its effect. But I can, however, activate this trap card, Rainbow Life. Now, by sending a card from my hand to the graveyard, like Minerva, any kind of damage I take this turn is changed into an increase in life points. Let's see what Minerva mills while I'm at it. A bad mill. I activate Enlightenment Dragon's other effect. If it's destroyed by you, I get to take Judgment Dragon and Punishment Dragon from the banished zone and add them to my hand. In addition to this, I then get to special summon them from my hand, ignoring summoning conditions. Rise once again, Judgment Dragon, and join the party as well, Punishment Dragon.
Great. Now he's got enough life points to activate the Judgment Dragon's effect and wipe the field. Luckily, I have a contingency plan if he goes after me. He'll no doubt take out Rick first, but as soon as he attacks my life points directly, I'll activate the effect of my Swift Scarecrow to stop him getting to my life points. Then, on my next turn, I'll activate Overload Fusion and banish and fuse the Swift Scarecrow, Cyber End Dragon, and my 3 Cyber Dragons to make a 4,000 attack point Chimeratech Over Dragon. And that will be enough to wipe out Blaine's dragons and the rest of his life points. I don't know whether or not he'll use Luminous effect and set up for a level 7 synchro, but it won't matter. Come my next turn, this duel is mine.
Why are you laughing? This is so unlike you. Because this is the greatest duel I've had in a long time, despite those pests with the sacred beasts trying to ruin things. I haven't had this much fun since I first started playing. This is amazing. Our ace monsters clashing, worthy opponents doing battle, bouncing off each other's plays. What more could I ask for? Despite this, though, I still plan to crush the both of you on my next turn. Well, let's see if that happens. I have no further cards I can play, so I end my turn. But it doesn't look good for you, Rick. Your heroes have been banished, and you have my ace monster and my brother's ace monster on both sides. The odds may be against me, but I believe in my deck, and I'll fight on to the bitter end. My move! Sorry to disappoint you, gentlemen, but I've drawn exactly what I needed. Once again, Zack, you should have finished me when you had the chance, for now I activate Parallel World Fusion! Parallel World Fusion? That's right, this card is basically Miracle Fusion in reverse, and it lets me take banished fusion materials that are listed on an Elemental Hero Fusion monster, put them back in my deck, and then fusion summon that fusion monster. The only downside is I can't special summon other monsters that same turn, but this is worth it. And the materials I'm going to put back are all of them. I put back every single one of my banished warrior type monsters in order to bring forth Wake up your elemental hero. This fusion monster gains 300 attack points for each of my fusion materials. And since I used 20 warrior type monsters, that means Wake Up Your Elemental Hero will gain 6,000 attack points for a grand total of 8,500. And when he battles a monster, that monster gets destroyed and you get inflicted damage equal to that monster's attack points. Time to battle. Wake up your elemental hero. Attack Judgment Dragon and take Blaine out of the game. No, this can't be. No. Damn it. I wanted to be the one to take out Blaine. Oh well, at least I have another chance to try and defeat you. Sorry, Zack, but there is no other chance. You see, Wake Up Your Elemental Hero can attack as many monsters as the number of Elemental Hero fusions I used to make it. Since I used 7, that means it gets to attack 7 monsters, but 1 more is all I need. Now, Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, attack Cyber End Dragon, and wipe out Zack's life points, and end this duel! No way!
Alright, way to go, Rick.
And with that concludes this week's locals. This week's winner is Rick!
Inconceivable! I lost, and lost to an AI, and came 3rd? Damn it! I should have taken you out when I had the chance, Rick. Why did I agree to this agreement? Oh well. Good game, Rick. You may have defeated us this time, but next time you won't be so lucky. Next time you face one of us, we'll come out on top. I look forward to our rematch. Well, Carl, what do you say we pick up our prize and participation packs and go off to virtual Burger King?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's pick up our packs, bounce, and celebrate.
Good evening, this is the Virtual World News with John and Joe. I'm your host, John, and today's top story, a virtual Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals was attacked by 2 unknown assailants. Both of them are part of an unknown criminal organisation. Why they attacked this locals is currently unknown. But Rick just so happened to be on the scene and was thankfully able to help subdue the attackers. But were these attackers after him, or was this a random, senseless attack? Joining us down there is our virtual world correspondent, Joe. What's the story?
Thanks, John. It was absolute chaos and anarchy down here. The first attacker blasted through the doors and caused a panic, while the second attacker infiltrated this locals as a tournament participant and then attacked the other duelists in the top 8 cut. 2 other duelists were hurt, but luckily not enough to need medical attention. Thankfully, Rick
and security were there to stop them, as well as Zack True Dart, normally a professional duelist, but today he was a true hero, helping subdue the second attacker. Thank God that Zack, Rick, and the security team were there, and everyone else was perfectly okay, and the tournament was still able to continue. Although there are stories going around that 2 of the sacred beasts were used. Police are refusing to comment on that at this time, but for now, I guess we'll bring you more on this story as it develops. Back to you, John.
Joe, thank you very much. Well, I guess it just goes to show that in the right circumstances, anyone can be a hero. And now it's time for the weather. And as usual, I'm pretty sure the British weather is going to be wet and moist. Wow, I actually managed to say that without getting cut off. Well, good evening. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.